Where do I even start? Well, hi, it's me. It's been a long time. I don't even remember when I last posted on here. 2019. It's been a long time. There's been a lot that's happened. A lot that's gone on. I don't even know. This is going to be a bit of a ramble, I think. I don't know where to go from here, but we got to start somewhere, right? It's been a pretty wild few years. Where were we at last time? Last video I made, I think, was, oh yeah, it was like when we were in lockdown and stuff. I love that because I could just go back and actually check. But anyway, yeah, we were in lockdown and that was a thing. I was planning on going back to the UK, which I did end up doing. I was there for like 3 years, 2 and a bit maybe. I was in Cardiff, which was pretty cool. I was working in a nursery as a cook this time, which was like super random and kind of different than just being a teacher, but that was cool. That was very cool. I met one of my really good friends, well, one of my now really good friends. She still lives in Wales, so I don't get to see her. Sad. But we still talk like all the time. So that was like super special to have that friendship. And oh dude, I'm so out of breath. I feel like I've just run. I literally didn't. I just like was mishing around trying to find something before, that's why. But yeah. Anyway, irrelevant. Yeah, so I'd gone back to be with my then partner, which we're unfortunately not together anymore. That's another part of the story. But yeah, so I moved back over there and like had a pretty good time. I ended up being in a flat with 3 others, which was kind of wild. It was a real interesting mix of people, like kind of all kept to ourselves, but like they were really nice. Like they were really nice people. One of them, the girl that I lived with, she was very sweet, and like when I left she like bought me a necklace and it was like the cutest thing ever, and I still have it. I haven't worn it for a little while, but it was really special. So yeah, that was cool. And yeah, Cardiff was definitely different, very different to London. London was very busy and big, and like, you know, Cardiff is very small. Like I walked in from my flat, I could walk into town real easy in London, in Cardiff. My brain. Yeah, which was great, which was cool. So I enjoyed that. But yeah, talking a lot is like breathless. I'm very not fit at the moment, like that's probably why. Yeah, so I was there for 2 years, 2 and a bit years. I did have a 5-year visa, but unfortunately I received a very not fun phone call early hours in the morning. My ex-partner woke me up because my parents were trying to get hold of me, so they got hold of him, and we were told that my dad had been diagnosed with cancer. So that was pretty rough news, especially that time in the morning. So I basically, that was in like, it was like just before Christmas. Like I think we were like a week out from Christmas in 2022. I literally packed up my life in 3 weeks and was back in New Zealand like in the beginning of January, which was not a fun decision to make. It was really hard, like leaving where I was kind of trying to develop my life a bit. So I moved back home, and my ex just he decided not to not to follow me at that time. So we ended up separating, and just kind of went from there. I had a lot that I was dealing with, obviously, like with my dad and that processing that, and so I was just really focusing on that and on my family and like my own mental health and stuff, which is like, yeah, a lot has come from that. I basically like started seeing a therapist as soon as I got home from the UK. Like, I was like, I don't know what to do. And I'd always kind of been opposed to the idea because I was like, oh, you know, do they kind of just fill your head with garbage? But like, I was at a point where I was like, no, I need that. So that was super helpful, actually. And even still to this day, I still see her, not as regularly now because we've broken through a lot of stuff. But yeah, she's been really great for like processing so much stuff, even like as far back into my childhood, things that I didn't realize were unresolved, and like, yeah, there's a whole lot there. So we had to deal with that, and so we made the most of things, you know, like while he was still in like a, you know, before he started chemo trip to the South Island of New Zealand. That was really nice. And like, so basically we were told we'd get like a year, like it was terminal. I mean, we were already prepared for this news. Hello. Oh, look who's come to join me. Can you come say hi? Say hello, everybody. This is Taffy, or Beans. Yeah, hello. Yeah, so we were told that it was, yeah, terminal. So we were prepared, you know. And then once we got back from our holiday is when he kind of decided, okay, I'll do the chemo. And we were not 100% sold on it, but we were like, we support you. So he decided to start doing chemo. Hello. Oh, sorry, you give me the biggest fright. And yeah, he unfortunately did start going downhill very quickly. So this was like in March that he started it, and yeah, unfortunately we actually lost him in the end of July. So we only had like those few months, like maybe like half the time that we were kind of told. It just got quite aggressive, and yeah, it was pretty rough. I guess I didn't realize how much it would affect me at the time, as you probably don't, like, I mean, unless you've lost people before, which, I mean, like, not to sound morbid, but like, I grew up like losing family members. Like, you know, I lost my grandma quite young, I lost one of my uncles quite young. We've had like close family friends of like my grandparents that passed, and like we lost my nana a few years ago, before I moved back to the UK. So like there's a whole lot of things, you know, like I'm not like a stranger to it, but it's different when it's somebody who you live with, and like that is your parent. Like losing a parent is very, very different. And like, you know, Dad and I always had our differences. Like, you know, there was a lot of times like growing up that we weren't actually that close, but over the like last couple of years he had kind of changed a bit more, and like I respected him for that because he was trying to be a better person. And you know, that was great, and it was nice actually that I was able to come home and we were on good terms, and we were able to spend that time together. Like, as much as it wasn't a lot of time, it was a good time that we had, which was important. So yeah, basically from the end of July, we've had like a pretty hard couple of years. There's been a lot to unpack. There's like a lot of things I have learned about myself. But I don't know if I want to go into them yet in this video, because it's a lot. I'm still myself processing a lot of things. as I always tend to, overanalyzing and all that stuff. But yeah, it's very, like, grief is really an interesting thing, and it's weird because you kind of get to like these points where you're like, oh, like I think I'm doing better, and then all of a sudden like you're not, and then you're okay, and then you're not. It's very like that. Very up and down. But I think now, where I'm at now, like we're 2 years in, and I feel like I'm kind of more on the other side of it. Like it's not so, it doesn't consume me so much. There's probably other things that consume me. Also, apologies if the lighting's getting worse. It's kind of gradually getting dark, but I really just want to film this. I've been wanting to film this for like so long, and I just haven't done it. So it's probably going to be a bit crap, and it's fine because I just want to get it out here, and yeah. Anyway, don't mind me. Yeah, like it's been a time. But I'm at this point now in my life where I'm like, I want to do something for me. I want to do something for my life, with my life, and I loved making these videos. I love posting on here, like, and I want to get back into that. I want to find like me again, who enjoyed doing like random stuff. You know, I have a lot of interests, a lot of hobbies, and I think I get a bit like, sorry, cat here. Oh, she's actually just behind me. I didn't think she was still here. Wait. There she is. Hello. I'm also filming in the spare room, so that's why it's a bit of a random. Oops, the window. I'm literally on my iPad up against the window, so this is our setup for today. We love that. What was I just saying? What was I just saying? Oh, yeah, like lots of interests, lots of hobbies, of things that I like to get into and want to get into. And I'm just like really trying to be in that mindset of like doing things, like, especially after these couple of years after losing my dad. Like it's kind of put things into perspective for me, and like lots of other great things have actually happened over the last couple of years. Like 2 of my closest friends have had babies. I've had a pretty good time in the job that I'm currently in. Like I'm working in a different preschool, and like our team's really good. I've got some really great friends that I've made through that, which is like the best. You know, and like finding more people that are like me, and like we like the same things, and yeah, it's good. Like there is good stuff, and I think I need to try and like hold on to that, you know, and like, you know, when there's something that's good that's happening in your life, like kind of just reminding yourself of those moments, which I know is super hard. Like, you know, I'm like almost being a hypocrite because like there's times where I'm like, oh like no, like yeah, all these cool things happen, but nope, I'm just gonna be sad. And sometimes you don't get that choice. Like you don't get the choice to be sad. You just, that's what you're feeling, and that's actually okay. And that's been a whole learning journey in itself, with the grief, like realizing that actually feeling those feelings is the way that you process it. Like that's how you do it. You can't just sit there and not feel them. You have to feel them to let them pass. It's like sitting in the uncomfortableness and almost thinking, okay, like, oh, you know, when you're like a bit, oh, I feel a bit uncomfortable, but it's like sometimes you just have to sit with that to then be like, oh, okay, like, okay, it's uncomfortable, but like each time it gets easier to sit with because you're like, oh, it's kind of a familiar feeling. It's not so bad. But yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, I kind of just want to make this a little short and sweet anyway. Nothing crazy, and also the sun is very slowly setting and I'm just turning into just my face and my arms because it's very dark. But yeah, anyway, hopefully I will be back in another video soon. Anyway, bye!